Hi guys, welcome to Reensplace. Tonight I'm going to be making chicken corn chowder. I'm going to be doing it in my NINJA FOODI, but I've done this for years and years on the stovetop. So whether you have a pressure cooker or not, you could do this in any pressure cooker or stovetop is totally fine. Just takes a couple, maybe half an hour longer. Okay, so what I have here, and you can do what you like. If you don't like some of these things, don't put them in. If you like something else, add it. What I have is a large, medium to large onion that I chopped up. I have about 2 stalks of celery, and I have mine with the leafy part on it just because I like that part. That's my favorite part of the celery. If you don't like it, don't do that part. A cup of diced, these are like the baby carrots I diced, and I have 2 potatoes. If you have a larger family, add more. If you don't like potatoes, leave them out. But it is a chowder, so that kind of thickens it up and makes it nice. I also have a bag, a 1-pound package of frozen corn. I have some whipping cream, but again, you don't need this. If you have regular milk, that would be fine. You'll probably just have to thicken it up a little bit with the slurry, and you might need to do that anyway. Originally, when I make this recipe, if I was doing it from scratch, I would, in the hot pan, I would cook a couple slices of bacon, remove them, and in that bacon fat, I would put my vegetables and my chicken to brown them. But I made bacon the other day with this recipe in mind, and so what I did was I just made a little bit extra. I pulled some out for this recipe. It's probably like 3 or 4 slices, and I reserved some of the bacon drippings, and I've just had them out here on the counter this afternoon to warm up. But they don't even need to. You could just put them cold into the pot. I have 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I cut into bite-sized pieces. Some butter, probably use about a quarter to maybe half a stick of that. I have a quart of homemade chicken broth. You could use a 32-ounce can from the store, no biggie. I have some bay leaves, salt and pepper for seasoning, and I think we're ready to start. So I have the NINJA FOODI here warming up. I hope you can see. Okay. And I have it on saute high, and I'm letting it preheat for a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick in a little bit of that bacon fat, just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of butter in. And this is just going to, again, it's going to brown and saute the vegetables and give it a little infused flavor. You know what? I have all this stuff here, and I think I forgot a spoon. So let me grab that. Okay. Let's see if you can see what's going on here. I'm sorry, the lighting in my house is horrible at this time of day. And it's kind of like gray outside, like it's going to rain. Oh, it's nice and hot. Good, good, good. Okay. So we're just going to melt that down in there. And to it, I'm going to add my chicken. So I'm going to throw the chicken in. Let me just wash my hands quick. Okay, so I just like to season my chicken while it's cooking. So I have a little bit of salt. And a little bit of black pepper. Okay. And a little more salt. And if you don't like to do this part, don't do it. This is just how I like it. I don't know why I have this bowl out. Let me put that. I was going to put the chicken in it when it was brown, but I think I'm just going to really make it a one pot and throw everything in once this has got some color on it. This is such a great day for a soup. It's more like a stew, honestly. It's a chowder, so It's a great day for something like this. And this recipe originally was one that a friend of mine got from, I believe it was from Emerald. And I think she doctored it up a little bit, and we've, you add stuff as you go, that kind of thing. So this is a kind of a last minute thing. I thought I was going to make this yesterday, actually, and then not feeling so hot. I'm getting over a cold. And then today I thought, you know what, let me make it because, it's a good day for it. And again, I apologize for the dogs. So we now have the 3 dogs here. My 2, Aggie and Winifred. And I have my daughter's dog, Penelope. She is a beagle, full-bred beagle. And she was staying with us after my daughter and her family, they got stationed overseas. So Penelope was staying here. When I broke my leg this past May, my mom took Winifred with her to her house, and my mother-in-law took Penelope to her house. And so they gave me a little time to recuperate. That's my Aggie over there. Aggie stayed home with me because she does not play well with others. So it's really the little ones that are underfoot that were the problem, but they kept them for me and allowed me to heal. And now I'm doing well, so we have Penelope back and getting her back into the swing of things. Okay, so to this chicken now, I'm going to move it over a little bit. I can't see this way. Okay, to this I'm going to add my vegetable here. And this is going to be everything but the potatoes. And yeah, I forgot my little scoop. Hold on 1 second for me, please. It's right here. I went just looking for it. Okay, so in goes the onions. The carrots. And the celery. And let me tell you, there is nothing better than the smell of celery cooking. It just smells like home. Okay, and so that's a lot of veg in there, so I'm going to just give that a couple minutes to saute down a little bit. Okay, and then so while that's cooking, I am just going to chop these potatoes into a small dice just to get ready. It's like suctioned onto my knife. And you could do these as big or as large, as big or as small as you like. I like them small. And you can also, what was I going to say? You could also put a lot more in them. But I like them just, an even amount of vegetables to potatoes. Not really. More vegetable, I would say. So do you guys have a favorite, like, winter stew or soup? I have so many that I love. I love this. I love, the classic chicken noodle, of course. And then I love the beef and barley, and also, which I've done a video on before, and I've also done a video on the lentil soup, which I think might be my absolute favorite. Okay. Okay, so if you were going to do this on the stove, I would say really let these cook down a little bit more. But because I'm going to do them in the foodie, and I'm going to use the pressure cooking setting, I'm not really worried about it. So I'm going to just go ahead and keep going on this video. I'm adding a quart of chicken broth. Nothing like home canned. And my home canned chicken broth has no salt in it, so I'm going to, towards the end, give it a taste. I'll probably add a lot more salt. You'd be really, really surprised at how much salt is in when you buy a can. Okay, real quick, because the dogs are going nuts. I'm adding potatoes and corn, and I'll set the pressure cooker, and I'll come right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Dogs were all riled up. My husband got home. So into the pot, I put the potatoes, and now I'm going to add the corn. And I'm going to drop in a couple bay leaves. I'm going to say 2 of them. And I swear it's the bay leaves that make this chowder taste so good. So give it a quick stir. Close your lid. Oh, wrong lid. See how it made that noise? Okay, so I want to make sure that my thing is on seal, which it is. Okay, so I definitely am going to be putting a mark on here. There. I don't know what the problem is with me today, but okay, it's on seal. It's on pressure cook, and I'm going to do pressure cook high. I'm going to do 5 minutes. Start. And then I'm going to do a quick release, and I will come back and show you where we are then. Okay, so the timer's about to go off. Done. I'm going to do a quick release. Ooh, look, I scared Aggie. All right, I'll be back as soon as the pressure's down. Okay, we're back. The pressure is out. Ooh. Let's give it a stir. Smells good. Chuck is probably making a face behind me because he doesn't like anything. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the pot on saute, and we're going to hit the start button so it actually goes on saute. We're going to bring this up to a little bit of a bubble so we can thicken it up a little bit. Okay, to the pot now. I'm going first. Let me taste the broth a little bit here. That was nothing. It's a great spoon I have here. Okay. Okay, so it tastes really good with the bay leaves in there. But like I said, I canned my stock with no salt. So, and this is like, it says a tad. It's a temptation spoon. It's not even like a measuring spoon. So I'm going to add, that's probably about a half a teaspoon. So I'll probably do a little bit more. Let's say 3/4 of a teaspoon. And I'm also going to add some fresh cracked black pepper. Give it a stir. Starting to come to a little bubble there. Okay, to that now, I'm going to add, let's see. I made a little slurry here with cornstarch and water, and it was just thickening up from sitting. But I'm going to add, I have a 16-ounce container of heavy whipping cream. You could use half and half. You could use milk, because you're going to thicken it anyway with the slurry. So I just put a little dash in there. It's probably 1/4 of what's in here, so probably about 4 ounces. It smells so good. I'm waiting again for the bubbles to come up just a little bit more. See it over there? It's starting. Starting over here too. I think I'm going to start thickening it up with a little bit of the cornstarch. This is like 2 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch and about 3 tablespoons of water. And before I put in 2 tablespoons of of butter while I was doing the vegetables, and here's the other 2 tablespoons. And then Chuck, if you'd be so lovely as to hand me one of those ladles over there. So the butter's melting in. It's getting thick from the, it's getting nice and thick from the slurry that we made. And now I have those couple slices of the chopped bacon, and I just roughly chop them up like this. And those are going to get stirred in now also. I mean, this was so much faster. But again, this totally could be done on the stove. If I was doing it on the stove, when I put the vegetables and the chicken in, when I add the broth and the potatoes, I would just cook them out until the potatoes are fork tender and everything is cooked through. I would say probably 15 minutes. Longer if you're making your potatoes in larger chunks. So just check on those potatoes. And you're going to want to remove those bay leaves before you serve, because you can't eat a bay leaf. Well, you could, but it'd probably choke you and get stuck in your throat, and that's a whole other story. But, okay, let me see. Try to get a little bit of everything in my sample. Okay. Chuck, we need another light on in here, I think. Oh, I think that's better. I can't see through the camera myself because I'm too short. But I'm just going to put a little pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, and I'm going to give it a try. It's very hot. I'm trying not to burn my face off. It's so good. And I'll Chuck show you how thick it got. Oh yeah. Perfect. If you like it thicker, make it a little thicker. If you like more bacon in it, put more bacon in it. I just like to taste the taste of the bay leaf is like what really makes this this stew. I'm not sure what a chowder is. Chowder. But that's what really makes it for me. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try, whether you do it in your foodie or if you do it in your pressure cooker or on your stove top. If you have any questions, please ask them, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. You guys have a good night, and if you haven't done so already, please hit that red subscribe button. Thanks for watching.